You guys, welcome back to King Oles, and yes, Max Verstappen wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And first of all, good race, awful day for Mercedes, and I also want to say, F1 fans, what are a lot of you guys doing voting Charles Leclerc for driver of the day when honestly he's basically gone on and bottled it for himself, messes everything up for himself all the time. He was overtaken by Perez, easily then overtaken by Max, and then it's like he bottled it. But yeah, like he did end up getting P2 because he was able to overtake Perez late in that last lap. But come on, what are we doing voting Charles Leclerc driver of the day? It should be Esteban Ocon or Lance Stroll. Esteban Ocon started P16. Lance Stroll started P19. Esteban Ocon got P4. Lance Stroll got P5. What are we doing voting Charles Leclerc driver of the day? I voted Esteban Ocon. But what are we doing voting what are we doing voting Charles Leclerc driver of the day? He's useless, I'm not going to lie. Same as Perez, useless as well. Because they just let Max win easily. It's just an absolute shambles. But yeah, anyway. So we're going to break it down now. Going from Lando Norris first. Obviously, Lando Norris, P20, crashed out in that first lap. A lot going on in that first lap. Some big collisions. Safety car then ended up coming out. It's been an awful weekend for McLaren, though, overall. Lando Norris, P20, not good for him. Apparently, he ended up going to the hospital in the end. I don't think it's anything serious, though. Hopefully not anyway, but... he's ended up going to hospital, so we'll probably get an update on him. He's probably just going for a few checkups. Sure, he'll be all right, hopefully. P19, Nico Hulkenberg. Yeah, he ended up crashing out, I think. No, DNF in lap 47. It wasn't the most amazing drive from me. No, it was just the average drive for a Haas driver, really, as I always say. Just a normal drive for Haas, and... P19 ended up getting a DNF. Yuki Tsunoda, DNF. P18, again, it wasn't an amazing race from Tsunoda at all there. P17, Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri Bottas has had a decent weekend. Practices he's been doing decent. Qualifying started P7, ended the weekend P17. Valtteri Bottas just hasn't got any race pace in his car. There's literally no race pace in that Alfa Romeo car whatsoever. Bottas is decent in qualifying, but especially this weekend, but nah, they've got zero race pace at all, Alfa Romeo. Disappointing for them again. P16, Logan Sargent, that disappointing, but I expected it from him. Started P6 and P16. I didn't expect that much of a drop-off. It actually looked like Williams were actually going to do all right this weekend, but no. P16, the Logan Sargent threw that one away from starting P6. Albon threw it away as well, but we'll get on to him. P15, Joe Guan Yu, gained 2 positions, I guess. But again, there's zero race pace in the Alfa Romeo car. P14, Daniel Ricciardo started P14. Just a normal average race for Ricciardo. I just don't really see the hype around him anymore, to be fair. It's not the best of drives for Ricciardo at all, really. Would have expected him to at least do something, man. Honestly, but no. He finished where he started. P13, Kevin Magnussen started P8. Qualifying was unpredictable. We did see the Haas up there. We did see both Williams up there in Q3 and stuff. Kevin Magnussen, just a normal Haas race. Just a normal race for Haas. So this is where they usually finish anyway. So yeah, they've got a good qualifying car, Haas. They're good in they're decent in qualifying, but when it comes to the races, they're absolutely shocking. P12, Alexander Albon started P5. He was doing quite well in the race. He was actually doing quite well. Then he was eventually overtaken by Lewis. He was overtaken by Russell as well. When he was overtaken by Russell and then Alonso, then Lewis, just completely went downhill. Yeah, obviously 3 top drivers behind him though, but he started P5. Yeah, it's expected though. He would have been hoping to hold on to P12. He would have been hoping to, try and stay into the top 5, Not top 5. He would have been hoping to stay into the top 10, I mean. He would have been hoping for at least a point in P10 or something, no. Albon, but no. Slipped out of it. This was awful from Gasly. He was doing well as well here, Gasly, in this race. P11, started P4. P11. He was doing really well there. He suddenly messed it all up for himself. Yeah, I think it's because he pit, and ever since he pit or something, it wasn't great for him. But yeah, he was actually doing quite well. He was actually driving really well. What was it? Until like lap 30 or something, they kind of went downhill for him. Yeah, he was actually looking decent for a bit. No, he'll be really disappointed he didn't get any points. P10, Oscar Piastri, good drive for him. P18, obviously, in that collision with Hamilton, which basically cost Lewis the race. I'm not saying Lewis would have won, but it kind of just cost him like some big points. But no, overall decent drive from Piastri. P10. Started P18, good drive from him, good overtakes. Not really in the mood to praise Piastri, to be fair. P9, Fernando Alonso, started P9. Decent drive, but it's poor when you're a Stroll's teammate and you're finishing behind him. But yeah, I guess. And yeah, Stroll started P19 as well, and Alonso still finished behind. But yeah, Alonso did have a really sloppy start though. Alonso had an awful start, then ended up holding Hamilton back. I think he was in a bit of a clash with Carlos Sainz as well. Yeah, it's kind of in a clash with kind of Sainz and Hamilton. Alonso, yeah, awful start for him, which messed his whole race up. P8, George Russell, started P3, but yeah, remember, did get that 5-second penalty. Everyone was quite close from like 8th to 4th. So, yeah, Russell ended up finishing P8, across the line P4. It was a decent drive from Russell overall. It was a decent drive. Had a bit of a clash with Verstappen, Russell earlier on. Bit of debris came up both cars. Russell didn't really recover amazing. I mean, no, he recovered all right, but that's where he lost his fight. That's where he got his 5-second penalty, which cost him. But yeah, P8 for Russell, not great for Mercedes. P7, Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, again, as I've been saying, he was held up by the start by Alonso, which cost him. Then Hamilton came back, recovered really well from that, from Alonso holding him back. Then eventually bloody Piastri then gave Lewis Hamilton a puncher, which then literally cost Lewis the whole race, really, to be fair. Yeah, that could have cost Lewis Hamilton a podium. I'm not gonna lie, Lewis could have gotten the podium if it wasn't for that. But yeah, it was accidental though, I guess. But yeah, disappointing. He was doing so well. Lewis recovered well from the start after his clash with Alonso. Then, so he recovered well from that. Then he recovered really well. Then he was able to recover really well from his clash with Piastri. So, great recovery race overall from Lewis. He had to recover twice. And started P10 as well. I think it was a great race from Lewis, personally. I think it was a great race from Lewis. Great drive overall. You can't be disappointed with Lewis's drive. And, there was nothing wrong with the car at all on either side. It was just, Mercedes, we were just in with some really bad luck today with the whole Russell clash with Verstappen and with Hamilton being held up twice. It was just bad luck. Just really bad luck today for Mercedes. But yeah, Russell and Hamilton being a bit held back. But yeah, honestly, you can't complain with the 5-second penalty that Russell was given. And Hamilton just had such bad luck today. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, anyway, P6, Carlos Sainz, start P12. Yeah, good, decent drive from him. Held up by Alonso at the start as well. Was in a bit of a clash with him. But yeah, again, decent race for Carlos Sainz, P6, fair play. P19, starter P19, ended up P5, Lance Stroll. Great race from Lance Stroll. Unbelievable how him or Ocon didn't get driver of the day, and it was Charles Leclerc. That's an absolute disgrace by F1 fans for doing that joke. You're an absolute clown if you voted Leclerc. But yeah, Lance Stroll, good solid race, everything right, and yeah, it was doing good. Shown was some good solid overtakes. In some good battles today, to be honest with you, Lance Stroll. He was in a good, entertaining race. Esteban Ocon P4 in some good battles again, held his ground really well, and yeah, good stuff getting P4. P3 Sergio Perez. Overall, I mean, yeah, obviously he looked decent on the street circuit, but just the way he's just easily overtaken by Verstappen. The way that, I mean, Leclerc was able to easily overtake Perez at the end as well. Like, I mean, to be fair, Perez wants expecting it, but he's not. I mean, he's not great, is he? Perez, he's not great. And he could have won that today, but he was struggling to overtake Leclerc, and then Verstappen was able to overtake. Yeah, Anyway, and then Charles Leclerc P2, good overtake at the end. It wasn't a bad race by him. He started pole. It's unbelievable how we got drive of the day. It shouldn't happen, but yeah. I'm not saying it was a bad drive. He just simply shouldn't have got driver of the day, and I feel like it's obvious to see, but no, clearly not for some people. For 21%, it's clearly not. And then P1 Max Verstappen. But yeah, driver of the day, why is it not Ocon or Stroll? And then P1 Max Verstappen, winning as always. He had to go through some adversity to get there. So, fair play to him. He was able to get it in the end. Bit of a struggle for him, but yeah, obviously ended up winning it. Anyway. Overall, we saw some good, solid battles today. It was an entertaining race, in my opinion, overall, even though I'm disappointed with the result. But yeah, entertaining race. We saw some good stuff from all the drivers. Probably one of the most entertaining races of the season, I think. There was just action all around the track. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.